created ID yesterday? Same, you can use it. Whatever ID you created in admin, same ID you can use it. The way to write simple ifs. If simple if, then simple if. First log into our ID. Yesterday we created Salesforce ID, no? So log into our Salesforce ID. Login.salesforce.com. So whatever IDs we created admin, the same IDs can be used. Now we still created SFTC 8 m@abc.com. Mailbox 1224. So how to write execute any programs? To execute any programs, go to user developer console. To execute program, go to developer console. So you'll get the URL AP2 Salesforce plus an Asia Pacific server where you write the programs. Where I can write the programs. So you can write here the program like this. Go to debug menu, execute anonymous code, and we just write like this: system.debug hello Apex. Okay, open log. Let's see execute. I think you are unable to execute this code. Usually we see the output in the logs. The logs used to get. Yesterday we executed out. We click execute, we used to get the output in the logs. But in this new version, it's a new version. There's a bug is there. So further it's unable to open that. If you want to see the output, I can go to where? Go to logs, debug logs. Then add the user, whatever user we are having now, that user we add it. SFTC 8m@abc.com. That's it. So what I am saying is, when you go for developer console, so we used to write the programs how? Go to debug, execute anonymous. When you click execute, yesterday we have seen the logs file. We have seen the log file. But in my new user ID, in our new classroom ID, we are unable to see the output. As there is a bug in the new version, so we are unable to see that output. If you want to see the output, you can go to the logs, go to debug logs, add our user, except this side, add this. Now when you execute, you can see the output here. Click view, hello Apex program, the debug logs input. What do I execute the program? Go to debug menu, anonymous code, system.debug. For this, if you want, I'll give my old version IDs, previous version IDs. You can run on the previous version IDs. Click any export. Alt tab. Let's go to our logs file. Go to debug logs. Select the view. Then it will display an output. Cloud Computing Apex program. Hello Apex program. Instead of that, you can log out this one. You can use our ID, the previous version IDs. So this is 730D at abc.com. Just 2 months back we created this ID. When you open these IDs, so anyone can access these IDs. From any system you can access this one. So this is 730D at abc.com, you can access from anywhere. So this is 730D at abc.com. My box 1224. So this is our ID. And to go to program, username, developer console. It's an our editor where you can write the programs. Now go for debug. I can see the logs file here. So we are not getting any problem. You can have the logs. Debug. Execute anonymous window. You can write the code. Yesterday we have written this code now. System.debug. Hello Apex. Apex. System.debug. What are you writing single quotation? It displays as it is. And click and execute. Click and execute. It opens a log file. So when you click and execute, now it's opening the log. In earlier version 8M, it was not opening log, no? It's a bug for that. In the logs, it's opening directly, and click here debug only. Go to anonymous, debug anonymous code. Click open log, it opens a log file. It opens a log file. Click execute. And click execute. It opens the statement. What are the executable statements? All statements, when execution started, at what time, all it specifies. So go to debug, window, I can write the value. Integer a equal to 12. How we write in C language? Same. B equal to 35. Which is the biggest number I want to know? So if a greater than b, which is a big system dot debug, which is a big a greater than b true means what? A is the big. A plus is else system dot debug, which is a big b plus b is big. A greater than b true means this line is executed. What is a value? 12. 12 is big. And else 45 is big. So now select this. You can select particular code and you can click execute highlighter. Execute highlighter. That piece of code can be executed. Or click execute. It executes all the lines. Execute. It opens a log file. And see the debug only 45 is big. Since I have written what? Debug menu, anonymous code. So whatever 12 greater than 45, I have written the code. So condition is false. If condition is false, it goes to the else part. 45 is big, you are written it. This if is called simple if. A greater than B like this. If expression is true, which statements I need to write? If write if else, A else like this. Similarly, I want to find given number is even or odd. I'll give number. I want to find number is even or odd. When you write slash slash, this is called comment lines. This code will not execute. This is only for documentation purpose. This is called comment lines. You see here, you can have a big screen. This one. Open a new window. These two windows are there. This and 730D is our user. You can open this ID from anywhere. This ID can open from anywhere. The password mybox1224. And if it is asking when you click this one from your system, it will ask the verification code. It will ask the verification code. That code generates to for this ID corresponding Gmail ID will be there. SFDC all jobs. SFDC all jobs. Gmail.com. mybox1224. You get the verification code to this email ID.
No, the 730 is 2013 version, right?
Yes. 3 months back. Yes, 15 version, January version. That was the winter version, 730. So it will ask the verification code to which ID? SFDC all jobs at gmail.com. Only for the first time it will ask the verification. 1, 2, 3. And to our ID is SFDC 730D at abc.com. The password mybox1220. This is our Salesforce ID and password. So Salesforce ID and password. This is our Gmail. I'll share this document, you can save it. So this is our Salesforce ID. When you log in this Salesforce ID, it will ask the verification code. The verification code will get to your Gmail ID. You can access the verification. Done. So for your Gmail ID, this is our 730D. Go to username, developer console. Developer console it opens developer console. To write small Apex code. We are not writing any Apex language programs. I am not writing any programs here. We are not writing any Apex program. We take time. After 1 week, we will write the Apex and Visual Force. First, we are discussing what are the data types, what are the loops, what is the OOPS concept. That we are discussing. It takes 6-7 classes. Once then we will start the Visual Force and Apex. Directly, I am not going to Salesforce development. So to execute a small piece of code, so we are going for a debug menu, anonymous window, where I can check the code. I am not directly going Visual Force and Apex. First, we will discuss the OOPS concepts, which is very important to learn any language. Once you are good at OOPS concept, then it's very easy. So first, let's see the basics. Next class onwards, we'll see the OOPS. So to find given number is even or odd, how will you check it? Take some integer value, a equal to 20. How will you check even or odd? How will you check even or odd? First class question. First or second class question? Second standard. If divisible by 2, remainder is 0. If divisible by 2, that's a remainder you are getting 0, that's an even. Otherwise it is odd. So how will you check it? So you take R equal to, you take A by 2, you will get what? Quotient. You get quotient. write integer r equal to, I want mod system.math.mod. You pass here a comma, at that time we'll get what? Reminder. If r equal to double equal to 0, then system.debug, which is even a is a1, else a is not. Can take the values, r values also. System.debug r equal to this, an r equal to r plus q equal to. So that's an integer value, q you are taken, quotient, and r remainder value. So 23 by 2, what will get quotient? 11. 11 will get. System dot a comma 2, 23 comma 2 will get remainder. 11 to 22, remainder 1 will get 1. So execute this piece of, select this piece of code. You can select execute highlighted. Execute highlighted. Click execute highlighted. You get the window, code window here. That's a code and the debug window. I didn't install any editors in my system. We didn't install any software here. We are directly connecting to the browser, HTTPS. Through browser, I am writing the program. I am writing under our Salesforce side, I am writing the program. So debug only, I will get an output. 23 is r equal to 1, q equal to 11. Fine. That is decision statement, simple if statements. If you write statement, this one. To find given number is given or odd. So write it as integer q system.math. You write system.math. It's a functions. Quotient q, a reminder. Okay. Here you use double equal to for comparison. Double equal to is for comparison. It's a comparing. No? This type of ifs are nothing but if else. If statement else. Similarly, we have another ifs. Nested ifs. The nested if means it looks like this. If expression within the block, within the expression, like it's called nested. If block contains one more if block, that's called nested ifs. In if block, again there is a one more if block, it's called nested ifs. I want to find biggest among three numbers. I'll give three numbers, find the biggest number. So integer a equal to 45, b equal to 23, c equal to 67. Which is a big? How you identified? So by saying that you are saying, but your brain has done some operations, no? Brain has executed some operations. What operations it has done? Comparisons has done. How many comparisons your brain has done? How your brain has comparison, that logic you have written. That's all. By saying that, you have saying you are more powerful. Saying that you are getting answers. But the brain has done some operations, no? What operations you have done? That you have written the logic. That's only a program. What are your brain? What you have done? If a greater than b. That's comparison you are doing, no? A brain is doing this comparison, a greater than b. So 45 greater than 23. It is true. If it is true, check it. Again, if A greater than C, you compare it. First A is comparing with the P. Again A is comparing with C. If so, if A greater than C, true means system dot debug, which is a big. A is big. Else, this is a big. Which is big? Else, C is the. You compare A greater than B. True means go to A greater than C. A greater than C, what happens? Condition true means A. Else, C is the big. Else C is the big. That's this part. Else part. A greater than B false means A greater than B false means A greater than B false means B is a greater. So B should compare with C. So compare with B greater than C. System dot debug, which is a big? B is the big. Else C. This number of comparisons has done our brain. But by saying you are saying all that. But as compare this all logics. You should compare all this logic, then you will identify which is the big. So this algorithm is already existing in your brain, no? Then only it's executing. By passing these parameters to your brain, it's giving which is the big. So you are comparing 45 greater than 23, 45 greater than 67, false. So C is the big. For different types of values, or different types of A and B value, if I give 123. So 45 greater than 123, false. False means go to the else part, goes to the else part. Now 123 greater than 67, true. So it means 123 is a big. Select this, execute highlighted. Note error. Write this. When there is a single statement, I don't require any braces. When more statements are there, when there are multiple statements are there, then you write in a brace. See, when it is true, I need to execute this block of statement, so I require a brace. When there is a single statement, I don't require any brace. Now execute. Select this piece of code, execute highlighted. Code next. Debug window. Debug only. 123. So we write this. So find the biggest among three values. A value, B value are written. A greater than B. So that's you are writing within the if block. Block within the if block you write else part. So finally write biggest number equal to big. Then write like directly write system.debug, or you assign values to some big variable, some variable bi something. Directly outside you write biggest number equal to big. If execute output biggest number 89. Okay, I am directly printing the value, or it assign the value and directly goes to after the if block. Done. Now go for loops. What is the purpose of loops? Loops. I want to print Salesforce 5 times. Now write system.debug Salesforce. I want to print this Salesforce 5 times means how will I write? Okay. 5 times you have written. Select this code, execute highlighted, it prints 5 times. Is it correct or not? I want to print 5 times means execute highlighted 5 times it prints. In the code window, the debug code window, it displays output Salesforce 5 times. Debug only. Yeah, 5 close up. It's an anonymous code. Means go for debug anonymous code, you get this one. The code whatever written it erases. I'm not saying as a program. Say code erases. Whatever write in the debug window it erases. Since we are not storing as a save. When you go for file, new Visual Force Apex program, then programs will store. I'm not storing, just I'm writing a piece of code. Apex logic I'm writing. I'm writing Apex logic, I'm executing this. First understand how to write the operators, condition statement like this. Then you write a programs. Now, the loops. So I want to print the statement. So loops to repeat statement. Repeat statements more than once. To repeat statement more than once, then open the loops. How I go for the loops? So I can write, if write system.debug for 10 times, it writes 10 times it works. To get an output. Instead of that, I can go for loops. That means this statement I will place only one time. The purpose of loops is to repeat any statement more than once. Any statement will be there, that statement have to execute only one time. To execute any statement more than once. So I'll write take for loop is I equal to 1, I less than or equal to and I plus plus system.debug. Take while loop, first time integer I equal to 1. Take while loop, I less than or equal to, how many times I need to repeat? 5 times. That's condition. System.debug. And then I equal to I plus 1. Now here I have written 5 times. So here what happened? First time I value 1. This is called initialization. This is called initialization. And this is condition. What happened condition 1 less than 5? True. When it is true, this block is executed. When it is true, block is. It prints Salesforce. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 assigns to I. So 2 less than 5, true. It prints Salesforce. Again 2 plus 1, 3. Again 3, 2. For 4, 5. Again 5 plus 1, 6. 6 less than or equal to 5, false. When false, control will not go to the while loop. When it is false, control will not go to the while loop. It comes outside the file. Now execute this for loop. Execute highlighted. I am executing this loop for how many times? 5 times. Debug only. And which is the best? This is without loops. This is using loops. Which is the best? Using loops is the best. Why? Using loop is the best. Why?
No, we can avoid distance.
Using loops is the best. How can you use best? Program will be simple. Here, how many operations are taken here? How many operations is taken? 5. This 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some 5 operations are taken. Here, how many operations? First one statement. This one time. This executed only one time. Again condition. I check the condition. I printed the statement. Again I incremented. So three statements. 3 operations. Again check I value 2. Again print. Again increment. Again 3. How many times? How many times the loop is executing? 5 times. So 3 into 5 iterations. Total how many? 16 operations. There 5. Then which is the best? Well, loops goes there. 5 steps is enough. Then when we go for loops. If I write 100, think that 100 statements, I want to print 100 times. So how many operation takes? 100. But here, write I less than equal 100. How many operations? 5 minutes. There is 100, it's 5 minutes. Same program. Here system.debug one time executed. Here system.debug one time is executed. 100 times is executed, no? Program length I am copying and pasting, no?
Yeah, the time is saving, but
Execution time both same. Here 100 times system.debug will execute. Here also execute 100 times. Program code writing. Program code of one time only you are doing, but execution same operation only, no? Code length. Code length I am not saying this one. Execution time is important. Code length no importance for that. Then when you go for the loops. Simplicity. Complex one. When there is an, for example, I want to print a table. System.debug. You print tables, no? 2 into 1 equal to 2. Tables. It's a table. 2 into 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I am giving the value directly. Is it? This is a table. I am printing the loop 2 into 5 like this. So how many times this executed to print? 5 times. Same we go for while loop. Here I equal to 1 and n equal to 2. N equal to 2. Take while loop. How many times I require? I less than or equal to 5 times. How to print this same? First I need to print what? 2. System.debug. First I need to print 2. Where is the value 2? N. N. I require 2 into mark. That is plus into 2 into plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where you get? In I value. So you are taking I equal to I plus 1. No? Next time, first time I value becomes 1. Next plus. After 1 again you write equal to plus n into I. That no? N value first how much? 2 into I value how much? 1. Concatenation. This is concatenation. So it displays output equal to. And 2 into 1, 2. Again I equal to I plus 1. I value becomes 2. 2 less than 5, 2. So n into, that's 2 into 2 equal to 4. Now it's good. It's good highlighted. Comma you write it. It's good highlighted. So what happened? This loop repeat how many times? 5 times. Loop repeat 5 times. Debug only. Same. I can execute this logic also. I'll get output same out. Same output you'll get now when you execute this one also. What are the previous in the while loop you have written? The same output. This takes how many operations? 5 operations. This taking 5 operations. Same output you are getting. When you take this one, how many operations? First, 2 installation is done. I equal to 1, n equal to 2, 2 operations. While loop condition. Again n plus I plus n into. So here only 3 operations. 4, 5. 5 operations. Each iteration contains 5 operations into 5 iterations. So how much happened? 27 operations are taken. This is taking 27 operations and this is taking 5 operations. 5 executable statements. 5 executable statements. Correct or not? Then when you go for loops? Huh? So when there is a dynamic change. When there is a dynamic. If I require n value, which table is difficult? You know all the tables? Which table difficult? 17 or 19? 17. Guర్తున్నాయా అన్నీ వచ్చాయి 17 table. So when you write n equal to 17, so it displays the 17. So dynamically I can give whatever n value. When whatever may be the number of operations, whatever may be the last, but dynamic I require. I give n value, it substitutes n value wherever it is existing. When go for n value, like this, it takes more number of operations, no problem for me. But I require dynamic. But here if you write 17, I have to replace. I need to multiply. 17 into 2, 30. I should multiply again. 17 is 51. Like that I need to do it. But here as per n value, it substitutes that n value and I have to do the validation. Select here. Let's put highlighted. So it substitutes n value with 17, I value with 1. Semicolon. If required 10 times, just change where I less than equal to 5 to 10, that's all. It affects in all. When there is a dynamic in change, then go for this concept. I require fixed static 10 times, means go for without loops only, no? I want Salesforce 100 times, directly write 100 times, no problem. But when you write dynamic change, there is no fixed, there is no static value. So after that I will go for the loops. This can be written in the for loop also. This is a while loop, this is an installation part, and this is a condition, and this is a the same you can write in the for loop also, same like this. For then I equal to 1, comma, n equal to colon. How many times I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus or I equal to I plus 1. I can write this. This can be written I equal to I plus 1 or I plus plus. Both are same. Then copy the statement system dot data. So first time this is an initialization part. If condition is true, 1 less than 10 2, it executes the system dot debug. Then I plus plus, so I value becomes 2. So this loop repeats. Select this code, execute highlighted. Now, okay, highlight cheyalena. Okay. So export, executing the for loop. The for loop, count and table. Dynamic lighting takes this value. Otherwise, I need to write all the statements. I cannot do it. So whichever table you want, you take. Get it ask table means write the for loop. Whichever number you want, take an output, you can set. Execute again. And this is called installation. This installation executes only one time. And if one I less than 10 true, it comes down. It executes. When I plus plus, I value 2. When n value 19, 19 into 2, 19 into 2. I value 3. So this loop repeats continuously until condition becomes false. Once it is false, comes outside. Some people will write here semicolon. What happens? Any error? Select here, execute highlighted. Select this. Can write outside, write like this also. N equal to 19. We execute like this. Execute highlighter. And here also can write I equal to 1. I don't require any insulation part also. There is no insulation part. I have written insulation outside. You write like this, execute highlighted. What will you get output? First time insulation I given, 1 less than 10, first time I value what? 1. 1 less than 10, 2. 2 means what, where I need to go? It will not go down. Semicolon I given, no, semicolon will execute. If you give semicolon there, it executes semicolon. I plus plus, I value becomes 2. 2 less than 10, 2, semicolon. 3 less than 10, 2. Last, 10 less than equal to 10. Again next, 11. 11 less than 10, false. Then this statement will execute. At false, it will condition output. So it's 19 into 11. Mistake is what? Semicolon. As you written semicolon, as it is true, semicolon is execute. It thinks like this. If condition is true, execute this part. Again I plus plus, 2 less than 10, 2. So semicolon, 3, 4 like. When the condition is false, it comes outside the for loop. After the for loop, what is there? System.debug is there, no? That will execute. Getting the point? So for loops, how you use the for loops? So to repeat any statement more than once, we go for loops. So for loop to repeat any statement more than once. But while is the best or for loop is the best? While or for loop? Both are same, no? Both are same. This is an installation part and this is the condition. Statements are executed. Here also installation is there. Condition. Statements are there. Both are same. But when you have to use while and when you have to go for. When more logic is there, 100 lines, 200 lines code is there, then go for loop. If more logic is there, then go for loop. Why? When more logic is there. When you write any logic, more logic like this, I want to know what is the installation part, what is increment, what is that. So I can see all these statements, installation, condition, all in a single line. That's an advantage when you go for loop. The purpose of for loop is where I can see installation, the condition, increment in a single line. But in the while loop, it's not like that. While loop will write separate. The while loop installation separate, condition separate, simple. So the difference. We write installation separate, condition separate, and increment. But in for loop, you write in a single line. So you can use any loops. You can use while loop or for. Yeah. Loops are executed to repeat the code more than once. So I want to print statement 5 times to print the statements. So you can use while loop, which is I1, I less than or equal to 5. This is a conditional return. So I equal to I plus 1 is what? Increment. It's an increment part. This is an installation part. It's called installation. This condition. Condition increment. To print table, you can print the table. So I equal to 1, I less n value 2. So 2 into 1 equal to 2. And print it. So you are writing n into like this. So print a table. So 10 times I want to pick like this. The same can be done in this I less than 10. So table. Can use for loop also same. I equal to 1, n equal to 17. This is an installation. You are written a condition. This is a condition part. I plus plus. See, you are written I plus plus. For loop as installation, condition. If condition is true, statements are executed. System.debug end of the program. So this for loop repeats continuously. Once condition becomes false, end of the program. So for loop as installation, condition, increment or an increment or a decrement like this. So this installation part executes. So this installation part executes only one time. This installation executes only one. When you enter into the loop, at the time only executes the installation part. The condition executes continuously. The loop repeats continuously until condition becomes false. Condition is true, statements are executed. You can go for increment or decrement for iteration. So when you have to use while or for loop, when more logic is there, you can go for loop. In for loop, condition, increment are in single statement. In for loop, all are in single statement. But in while loop, installation is separate. Write installation. Condition separate, increment, decrement separate. So you are at 200 line statement here. I want to know what is installation. Again I should go stop. You are at 200 line, I am going through the logic. Let's code walkthrough. Because it's in a code. While going code through, I am 200 line statement. I want to see what is the installation. Go to installation. when you go for installation. After installation, again I want to go for 200 lines. So come down, what is an increment? So going code walkthrough becomes very difficult when you go for loop. But in for loop, it's very easy. You'll write directly. More logic is implemented easy to for code walkthrough. Use for loop. Use for loop. If more logic is to implement and easy for, since you write logic here, whenever you want installation, condition, all that, you can check it here. Whatever condition you want, you can check it directly with condition. An increment R is here, it's an installation part. But both takes same number of operations. Takes same number of operations. Same. I want to print the statements. Integer I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 25, I plus plus. I want to print the value. System dot invert. I'm printing I value. I want to print the value up to 10 only. Then how? I written condition 25, but I need stop at 10. So this loop repeats how many times? 25 times. But when it reaches value 10, I should come outside. When this is 10, I should come outside. How? Which statement will use? Break. Break is to move control outside the for loop. That is, you write like this. If I double equal to 10. You write where it goes comes outside the program. System dot invert outside for loop. So break moves. Break moves control outside the program. Outside loop. Whichever in the loop is there, from that loop it comes outside. When you use break, you are in 10th iteration. When you are in 10th iteration, 10 equal to 10, true comes. 11, 12, 13 will not execute. 11, 12 will not execute it. See the point? I equal to 10, right. Else something like this. Check it. Like this part. Execute highlighted. So I'll get output how many elements? Up to 10 or 9? Huh? 1 to 25 or 1 to 9 or 1 to 10? 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. 9 also prints. 9 equal to 10, false. 9 prints. Next step 10. 10 equal to 10, break. It comes outside the loop. So outside the loop. So it prints up to 1 to 9. Breaks means it comes out of the loop. Break moves control outside the loop. Outside for loop. I don't want a 10th, but I should continue with 11, 12, 13. Getting the point? I equal to 10 stops. It stops from outside the loop, but I should continue the remaining iteration also. Huh? Continue. Check it how it works. Check. It's good highlighted. Break means whichever iteration you are, the remaining iterations will not execute. Remaining iterations will not execute. What you are missing? 10 is missing. 10th for that condition will not execute. Remaining iterations are executed. So there is at 10th, there is no 10. It's a written 10 lines. So break, it's a continue. Continue what happened? It skips current iteration. It skips current iteration and continues remaining iterations. Generating the output. Continue. Skips the current iteration. Let's see continue. Let's see continue. Output for this is when you write break 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up to 9 only are getting. You write break. Up to 9 you will get it. But here you are not getting 10, only 11. The 10 is missing. Skips 10th iteration. I want to skip 10 and 20 also. Then how? I equal to 10 and under. I want to stop 10th iteration and 20th iteration. 10 comma. You cannot understand 10 comma 20. So you write conditional. I equal to 10 or I equal to 12. That's a condition. I equal to 10 or operator is the no target. At that time only you want to execute. Execute highlighted. Leave up only. 10 missing. 19, 20 is missing. Continue means what happened? That iteration only you stop it, remaining you continue. If I write break, complete comes outside. If I write break, what happens? The control completely comes outside. Break means what happens? Continue means these lines are not executed. Continue means in the current iteration from continue to brace whatever statements are there, that will not execute. Next for iteration, it executes. Next iteration 21. 21 equal to 10, false. False means this statement. Continue means only this part, these lines are not executed. From else part, whatever, from continue to the for loop brace. So this part, the execute is the no, and this line's code are not executed. From continue to brace statements. Yes. From continue to brace statements are From continuous, when iteration is there, this state. Remaining iterations are continuous analysis. So you'll get starts from 122. Skips 10th, 20th. Break it. Stops from the current iteration and continue the current statements only will explain this. Okay. Doubts? And next, in the next class we will see arrays. So before coming to arrays, first see what is an array, what is the purpose of array. As we discussed today only, how to write the decision statements. If, simple if expression. So to find given number, which number is odd number or not. So for that, to get remainder part, we go for system.math.mod. Quotient part. Slash means quotient in. To find biggest among three numbers. So a greater than b. This if is called, if within the if we call as a nested if contains another if. Loops are used to repeat code more than once. To repeat any piece of code more than once, look for the loops. So this piece of code 5 times. So taking 5 operations. Same can be iteration. It's an installation part. Condition, increment. Or increment or decrement something incremental. System at the end of the program. To print the table. This can be written like this also, no? Using I equal to 1 is there, no? Like this. This can be written in the reverse also. I'll write I equal to 5. At that time I have to say I greater than or equal to 5. But here you should write equal to I minus. First time 5. 5 greater than 5, 2. Prints. 5 minus 1, 4. 4 greater than or equal to 5, 2. Prints. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 greater than or equal to 5, 2. This is a decrement part. Let decrement part also. This way also connect. This is decrement. Up to, you write up to 1. 5 greater than or equal to 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1 greater than 1, 2. Next time we will go for 0. 0 greater than 1, 0 greater than 1, false. It stops. Like that also. So go for loop. I want to print that table. Print the table. 2 into 1 occurs. You can use this while loop or you can use for the for loop also. Using for loop also I can execute the code I equal to 1 endless something. This is an installation part and the condition and the increment. It takes 20 plus 10 iterations. Iterations it takes. Statements, which statements to execute that you specify. Installation statements executes only one time. Executes only one time. When you go for while loop and for loop, means when you go for loop, if you write the logic, this logic repeats continuously. But when you go for loop, the logic you written, increment separate, installation, condition, all are in separate state. For that you write. Break. It moves the control outside the loop. Moves the control outside the loop. Wherever in that loop, stops from there. When you go for continue, it skips the iteration between the else part and the statements are skipped. You will go for else. Then, as a programmer, what you have to learn first? You should not watch the keyboard. As a developer, you should not see the keyboard. First, you have to learn what? Typing. You have to learn the type. You learn the typing within 3 hours. You learn the typing. Is that no? You write 3 hours. First 1 hour you type with this middle row. A, S, D, F. A, S, D, F. Space with thumb key. Again 4 fingers. Semicolon L, K, J. You write like this. Left hand side A, S, D, F, G, F. Space. Thumb key. Right hand side 4 fingers. Semicolon L, K, J, H, J. Space. A, S, D, F, G, F. Space. Semicolon L, K, J, H, J. You practice that 1 hour. Second 1 hour. Upper row. Q, P, Q, R, S, T. P, O, I, U, Y, U. Same Q, W, E, R, T, R. Same. 4 fingers only. P, O, I, U. Same you move one side, click Y, again you press same Y. Yes. That is second 1 hour. 1 hour you type on that one. Continuously you chat with your friend and type it. The next third row, don't use small finger for Z. It cannot come down. Small finger cannot come. So for that, go for only 3 fingers you have to use. For third row, use only 3 fingers. Z, X, C. Again, same V, C. For practice, V, C. Again, full stop, comma, M, N. Again, B. Third row, how? Only 3 fingers. Z, X, C. V, C. Space. Space for thumb key. Full stop, comma, M, N. 4 fingers. And same B and N. Then you type A, B, C, D, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. As a programmer, as your experienced guy, you should not search for the keys, various alphabets. On your board only you are saying that you are a fake student like this. You should know typing compulsory. So this Saturday, Sunday, learn the typing. Sit silent and tick A, S, D, F, semicolon, L, K, J. Upper row Q, W, U, R, tick. When you are free, just type like that. The typing will come automatically. No need to go for any tutorials, nothing. You just type like this. Notepad, open notepad, type all this. After 4 hours, you type ABCD. In 5th hour, you type your friends' names, family names like that. Don't see the keyboard, you should watch only the monitor. As a programmer, you should watch only the monitor. Done? The next class, Monday, we'll see. Any doubts? System dot. This is a standard class, that's one. System.math. System.math. We'll see. For mod operator, we have to use that one, so we use that. System.math. For getting the remainder part, we should do like this. Okay? So Monday onwards, we'll take 2 hours. 8 to 9, 5 minutes I'll take break, then we'll take 9 to 10. Okay? Thank you. Again sharing to you. That's the sharing.